What's the deal, y'all? It's your boy Magi Warrior, back on here with another video, you feel me? But today, I just wanted to talk about how the world is basically an illusion, bro. Not saying this necessarily the actual world is an illusion itself, but the way we perceive the world with these two physical eyes is an illusion, you feel me? But yeah, bro. I remember when I was a little kid, probably like 8, 9 years old, I used to just think to myself like, man, what if this physical world that we living in is the dream? You feel me? And then when we go to sleep and lay our heads to fucking dream and shit, that's the real world. And nigga, I think I was on to something, bro. Actually, I know I was on to something, cause now reading all these ancient spiritual texts and looking into Hinduism and Buddhism and you know just all these different religions too, looking into all that shit, they talk about the same thing. And even scientists are coming to the same realization now, you feel me? Like scientists even say that we're not seeing everything that's there. We only see 1% of the light spectrum when we look outside with these two physical eyes and shit. We're not seeing the full spectrum of light or the full spectrum of what's really around us. And scientists are just now coming to that, but it's like these spiritual texts, and especially the Hindus, they been knew about shit like this. Like I know the Hindus, they called it the Maya. And what the Maya basically is the Maya is the illusory world. Like they talk about how the world itself or the universe itself isn't an illusion, but the way that humans are seeing it, or really any animal sees it, the way any animal sees the world or the Maya is the way it is for them to survive and shit. Like the way that it's necessary for them to survive. So a human is seeing the world the way it's necessary for the human to survive. Or a snake is seeing the world a whole different way than the human is seeing the world. You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? So a snake is seeing the world in a different way, but they're seeing it in the way that they need to see it for them to survive in their certain environment. You know, and same thing with bats. Bats are seeing the world a different way. You know, bats, they don't really see with their physical eyes for real. They more so hear their surroundings and the echoes of their surroundings, and they're seeing the world in their certain way, the way it's necessary for them to survive. So yeah, every different animal, bro, I could just go down the whole list of different animals, and we all seeing it a different way. So it's like, if you really want to see the world for how it is, then you have to look through the Creator's lens. You feel me? And it's millions of ways to get to see the world through the Creator's lens, but it's all about what you're most dominant in. You feel me? Like the Hindus talk about this too, where you can see it through the means of your physicality. If your physical body is more dominant, you can see it through the means of your spirituality. If your spirituality is more dominant, you can see it through the lens of your intellectual mind. You can see it through the lens of, you know what I'm saying, devotion, devoting yourself to a certain practice or a certain thing or a certain being. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't completely rule out religious motherfuckers, because religious motherfuckers, they know about devotion. Or the real ones, they know about devotion, you feel me? And when you have that when you have that discipline, you feel me, to really devote yourself to one cause or one being, then you will get shown some shit. You know what I'm saying? It really goes deep, bro. Yeah, it goes deep, bro. And most motherfuckers will go their entire lives without realizing this truth, or even, you know, experiencing seeing the world through the Creator's eyes. You know, some will die and some will see it on their deathbed and shit. and some would just never see it. They might reincarnate into a different body and have to do this shit all over again. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, it goes deep, and there are ways to get to see the world through the Creator's lens, but you have to have the correct discernment, and you have to, do your research, how to correct discernment, find the steps to get there, and actually put them steps into place. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, just a little food for thought. I wanted to come on here and spread my thoughts a little bit. This is my first kind of like long form YouTube video in a way. So yeah, I appreciate y'all if y'all stay to the end of this motherfucker. It'll be a lot more to come. I got a lot of knowledge that I've acquired over the years, and it just feels selfish to keep it all to myself. So why not start a YouTube and spread it to the masses? You feel what I'm saying?